Hello everybody, my name is Joe DiMare. I'm an independent researcher. This video we're going to show you how to use the Ghost Chamber HHD. That's this right here. HHD stands for handheld device, and has a strap mirror. It is concaved on purpose. We designed it to reflect at a shorter focal length. Sorry about my dog. He'll bark sometimes when he's not supposed to. Hey. And sorry about me pausing sometimes when I talk. It is I'm on the autism spectrum. I used to stutter really bad when I was little. It's gotten a lot better. So the Ghost Chamber HHD allows you to capture ghosts and other paranormal stuff more reliably. And it is based on a discovery I made called the Versipellis Shift. And it is a transient property of light. Transient means it comes in and goes out quickly. So that's what the ghosts seem to be doing. We think it may have something to do with time dilation. They're at a different time than us. But when this mirror is moved properly at about half a hertz a second, which means 2 moves per second, or 2 moves per second. So it's called a Versipellis Shift. It's a new term. And there's a whole process that I'm going to show you with these instructions on how to achieve that effect. And then we have to analyze the footage to see what shows up. Okay, so the mirror also comes in black. We have a black version, and it's your preference. Mostly the silver is going to sell, I think, because it reflects light a little bit better than the black. The black is good for sometimes like outside ghost hunting. Silver's good too, but I think the black is good for like a super sunny day or something. Okay, so I'm gonna put that black one down, and I have all my presentation here on the table, so I'm gonna be picking up and looking at it to keep track. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how to get this started, how to use it for ghost hunting, and we're gonna do a live example. Well, it's not live, but I'm gonna try to catch a ghost in this video and show it to you. Okay. Our other versions of the Ghost Chamber HHD were a tube, and there was a mirror inside and it was enclosed, and it was more of a scientific thing where we showed that reflections will change and show up out of nowhere. We should have only saw the inside of the tube at the time, but we actually were getting reflections that were impossible to be in there because it was enclosed. And that's what this version is for. It's a bigger mirror, like 3 times bigger, and it's really high definition because it's a bigger mirror and you can see more stuff. It's more fun also because you can actually carry it around while you're ghost hunting. Then when you want to take pictures, you'll do the procedure I'm going to show you, and with a friend hopefully, or you can get a tripod and you'll be able to catch ghosts in the building or location you're at. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get started with this. Okay, so what you need to get started, I have a list here. I'll zoom in on it in the video. So it's 1 through 9. That says 1 through 8. Hold on. 1 through 9. The number 1 says you want yourself and maybe a friend. So you need 2 people possibly, or 1 person and a tripod. Number 2 says you you want an idea of what you're trying to capture on camera. And why is because some of this stuff is conscious and it's listening. So it's like being in a room of people. If you just randomly shoot, people may scatter. They don't know why you're filming. So you disclose why you're filming and who you want to film, and you ask permission basically and see if they want to show up on camera. That's the best way to do it, we've found. We've done a lot of experiments, so decided to put this all together for you. Okay, number 3, sincerity and patience. You've got to be real patient with this stuff and sincere. It goes a long way. The patience is when you're, throughout the whole thing basically, but when you're analyzing the video. You only want to do a 1-minute video usually because it takes a long time to look at. It's almost 4 times longer than how you filmed it. And why is because the angles some of the ghosts will come in are different, and the ghost may be upside down or sideways, so you have to watch your video at like 4 different angles, the major ones every 90 degrees. So you want a lot of patience. You'll need the ghost chamber mirror. We call it a mirror sometimes, a lens, ghost chamber. It's practically a reflective surface though that is curved inward like a concave mirror, just on one axis. Like it's not a circular concave, but it's just bent like a taco. And the bent is very slight. It's not very much. We found that was the best position. Okay, so you'll need that mirror and your camera phone, and that's so you can film everything. You'll probably want a tripod or a friend. You'll need a lighted, safe location like this place I'm going to show you, with hopefully a second room. So you need a room with light and a dark room. There's something with the intensity of light that helps. There's an optimal kind of setting for the ghost. It's like the friendliest spot, and then you'll see them better. You'll want a bright flashlight. If your haunted location doesn't have any light or is dimly lit, you want some light in there in the bright room. In the dark room, you want some of that light to go in there. That's all I'm saying. But if you don't get anything after 1 or 2 tries, try moving the light or increasing the light or decreasing it also if you have too much. Sorry about the airplanes too. I'll wait till it goes by. Okay, then number 8 is you want the app called Video Scrubber Pro. If you're using your iPhone to analyze evidence, it's called Video Scrubber Pro. It's only $3.99 and it's well worth it. It allows you to spin each frame of video around and look at it at different angles instead of physically turning your phone. If you have an Android, you want something similar, something that allows you to go to one image at a time inside the video at your own leisure. So I haven't found a good one on the Android using it, so we will make one soon. We made the one for the iPhone. And then you'll want a focus item, and that's basically just a piece of paper with words on it where you can hold and focus lock your phone onto. And when you're filming it, normally the phones will have autofocus, and that's how things get blurry and people don't see good pictures. So we want you to autofocus while you're using the mirror, and then not autofocus, but it's called focus lock. So you lock the focus in that position. That's what the focus item is, something that you hold in place of the mirror, then you lock your focus on it, and then it always looks at that position. Okay, so the basic setup is like this little diagram. You can zoom in on that. I'll hold it still. Okay. This is the checklist. I'm gonna go through this checklist when we're doing the ghost capture in a minute. Okay. And And if you're going to put this on social media, you'll definitely want a second camera to film everything. I'll usually just post the really good images I get, but you'll notice you get ghosts like almost every video. You'll see something, but you want to make it the perfect shot. So you're not limited. You can keep trying if you want because of the digitalness of everything. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the spirits will show up in like two different positions in one frame of video. You'll see their front of the face and their side of the face. And it's look up the term long exposure. That is happening in one frame of video, which is interesting. In one image, they're moving so fast sometimes. So that's why we think we can't initially see them with our eyeballs. And their orientation, sometimes they're left to right or upside down, and our brains are just blocking it out. But if you look for it, you should find it. You'll sometimes get false positives and pareidolia, but some of this stuff is real, super real. And these are my two best shots recently. I'll show you this. That's the program, the icon called Video Scrubber Pro. And that is so you can look at the evidence really good. But this picture here, I'll zoom in on it, is a girl, a young lady, and you can see her hair and everything. It is an amazing shot. She was captured with this technology. Then the next picture is, it looks like a painting, but if you look close, it's a goth lady, like with makeup on. Very interesting. She looks composed like a painting. So sometimes they'll only exist in one frame, like frame 300 or something, you'll see them. Then the next one, they disappear. And that's what we're talking about, transient. They'll stay there for a little bit, then leave. We're thinking they're running out of energy or it's a time issue. Sometimes you'll see, I've seen it like 3 images in a row where they're walking closer to the camera or to the mirror. You'll see them like do stuff like that. Those are interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna use this room over here, and it'll be the dark room, and in here will be the light room. I'm gonna set up a tripod, just like this diagram. The tripod will be here under this light, and it'll be looking inside that room, and I'll be in there, like this picture shows, holding that mirror. Then the mirror, I'll show you closely what we're doing with it. Act like you're the camera looking at me using the mirror, but I'm in a darker room, and I'll be holding the mirror just like this. And then this is kind of how you want to do it. Just hold it like that. You can lay it on a table and hold it with your hands or something if you want. But you want to stay out of the shot. You don't want any false positives. And you only move it like 20 degrees each direction. And you take, I'll count it out, you'll take 1001, 1002, 2 seconds to go forward and back. So I don't know what hertz that is. I think it's 0.5 or something like that. But you go 1001, 1002, and you just keep doing that for a minute after you ask for someone to come in, and you'll see that the reflections aren't always the same. And that's what we're talking about, that Versipellis effect, the Versipellis shift, because it's shifting from somehow like this reality to some shape-shifting thing or something. And you'll notice body parts, you'll notice a lot of paranormal stuff, but that we're still calling them ghosts because some of them are transparent and we can't really see like solidness from them. Sometimes we can, like that second image of the lady, she's pretty solid, but she only lasted 1 frame of video. So 1/30th of a second. But with technology nowadays, you'll be able to see stuff if you slow it down and analyze it. Okay, so I'll be doing that with the mirror, and that's it for this explanation. If you need any more help, send questions to tracy.flags@gmail.com is our email. And there's going to be, on Amazon, you can order the mirror and there'll be a barcode there and it links to this video. So watch it again if you need more instructions, but if you need to email us with other questions, go ahead. If you think it's not working, like you're not ever getting images, some people have bad eyesight, so they'll never ever see the images right, or they just are not confident. They just think their mind's making everything up, which is not true. But if you approach it in a scientific way and do this method we're going to show you, you should be able to get results all the time. But if you don't, we have a 30-day return policy with Amazon. You can get your money back or give it to a friend and see if they can see something with it when they go ghost hunting. And thanks for watching this so far. Keep watching. We're going to try to get a ghost inside of this video. This is real world. Give me a minute and then I'm going to show you the setup after I have it all set up. And then we'll film something. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I'm setting up the procedure on how to catch a ghost on camera using the Ghost Chamber. This is your diagram you want to kind of follow. So keep that, take a screenshot of it and read it if you need to. Okay. I'm in the lit up room right now, and to my left here, right here, is the darker room. I got my tripod ready, and I've got my camera phone ready here. First of all, I got to do that focus lock thing, so I have to get the other room set up where I'm holding the ghost mirror. And my phone here, I just turn it on regular camera mode, video, 1080p and 30 frames a second. And it's ready to start recording, but I'm gonna do that focus lock first. So now I gotta go to, once this is all set up, my tripod and phone's ready, you wanna go into your other, the darker room. Okay, and I'm going to turn this camera, and that's what it looks like in there. I'm going to use that bookshelf to set it on to focus lock. And I'm going to lock it on. I'm going to just lock it on these words, put it on the shelf. It's about 16 feet away, maybe 12 to 16. So I just fold that piece of paper, then it'll stand up. Okay, there's my dog again. Oh, puppy. A wiener dog. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick up the camera and I'm gonna zoom, I gotta zoom in on that. And I'm gonna hold down focus, my finger, and see, it'll come up with something that says autofocus lock, AF lock. So it's locked on to that position. And in that position, I'll have to stand with the Ghost Chamber mirror right there. So I'll sit this right here so you can kind of view what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna start filming. Okay, I'm starting filming.
I got my ghost mirror, and that curved part on the mirror, slightly you can see it, but you want it facing up and the other curved side facing down. You want your flat sides just sideways. So now, hopefully you can hear me. This is where it focus locked where my hand is. So I'm gonna put the mirror there. I'm gonna just go left-handed, like that. And I'm just facing the mirror right towards the camera. And I'm gonna move it left to right. So it's filming now, so I wanna ask for a random spirit, a random friendly spirit to come in and show themselves as clear as possible on this mirror. So you'll ask a question like that. Please show up for us so we can show you on this instructional video. And I'm just moving it left to right, like forward and back, over and over, at like 1001, 1002. Just hold it for a second on each move. So just moving it left, kind of like spinning it, twisting it left to right. And it may pick up stuff in this room, so you wanted, so you do it for about a minute. And you want to take a mental note of where you're at in the room you're in and what you see with your eyeballs. Then you could do a quality check and debunk anything for false positives. But no one's in front of this mirror. I'm the only one down here. My dog's here, but he's behind me doing something. Okay, thank you to the spirits. And then you want to stop your recording. So I'm going to go stop that. Okay. Okay. So it's pretty easy to do. You just want to follow those procedures. Now, next on the procedure list is it was just a film for about a minute, and now I've got to review the video with a Video Scrubber Pro. If you have an iPhone, I think that's the best program ever to look at stuff. And it's good for other things too. If you're just randomly ghost hunting just with your regular camera and you don't have a mirror, the Video Scrubber Pro lets you analyze that footage one frame at a time. You can spin it around and look at different stuff, and just screenshot and save it, or start a video, like record your screen looking at it. Then you can post the results to social media after you brighten stuff up or edit it or something. Okay, so next I'm going to be back with any of the evidence I got. I'll zoom out, and you can see me messing with the mirror. Then I'll zoom in and show you the evidence, and then that should be about the instructions. Sorry they took so long to watch. Happy ghost hunting and good luck with your images. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, everybody. We're going to review the evidence we just caught for this instructional video, and this is the last part of the video. It's still going to be about 20 or so minutes. So you need a program called Video Scrubber Pro, and it's for the iPhone, so you can edit or look at your evidence on an iPhone really easily. I might have said the price earlier different, but I think it is $4.99, but it's well worth it. It has the ability to go frame by frame on your evidence, and you could look at one screen at a time and twist it around, and you'll be able to see what you caught. If you do have an Android though, you just have to find a program similar. So type in Video Scrubber and just see what you get. I never found anything on the Android that I like though, so good luck. We will eventually make a program. So first of all, you'll press the icon after you download it, and it'll go to a screen like this with all your videos you took on your phone. Then you go to one of the recent ones, and I think this is the one we used with the cabinet. Then you hit the word done. Sometimes it takes a while to load up. Just did it fast because I've already reviewed it, and it'll start playing it. You heard my voice there. So I'm gonna press this icon here, and it'll set it to 1 frame a second, which is this top selection. Then you want to scrub through the video. So you're going to see me move kind of fast through it. And you want to get to the part where you start filming for the evidence. So I got my mirror up there, and I'm just standing there to the side, and I'm going to shake it back and forth. But it's like a slow move. You want to do that with your hand with the mirror. Okay, so I already reviewed this, and I'm just going to jump to one of the best shots that I found. So just watch the screen. You're going to see some crazy stuff in here, and I just don't have time to go through it. It took me 2 hours to look at it, and I don't want this video to be too long. So just pardon that, and sorry about the sounds in this room. It's hard to get the volumes right. I got airplanes flying. Okay, so I'm just using my thumb to scroll through. So one of the really good shots I got was on frame 1960. It'll have your frame count up here and how many total frames. So I'm going to scroll through to 1960. Now I'll go back and forth sometimes because I think I see something cool, but right now that's just the room, the other room that we're looking into. But we're in the shaded area, so it'll go black sometimes because it's how the mirror is curved. It'll hit the sides of the walls and different stuff. Okay, so we're going to do the frame 1960. And this is where you got to be patient when you're looking through stuff, because if you just scroll so fast, it just looks like a flash of light, and most people just ignore that. But that's where the ghosts are. They're so quick, they're hiding in the flash. Sorry about the dogs. I hear dogs. Going to frame 1960. And sorry about this screen, it might get blurry and stuff. Okay, there's a guy right here on the phone. Hard to see. And this is a good part of this program. You can twist the image, and he came in sideways. That orange part there is my arm, and he's up here. I'll try to get a good shot of him. His skin and stuff looks fuzzy, like hairy, like he's made of fur or something. But that is his face. I just think that's a really good shot. I see shoulder structure, head, nose, eye. Right eye really good. Left eye's kind of covered maybe with something, but stuff will fly in front of these spirits. It's the craziest thing, but moving so quick, other things are happening. So hopefully you can see it, how I'm filming it. This screen here will get blurry and stuff sometimes, but he's right there. I think it just needs time for the lighting to adjust. Okay, so that was a really good one we got just now with the trying to catch a ghost on camera. I say he's a ghost, and this is one of the reasons why if you move one frame forward, he's sort of disappearing. That's 2 frames forward, 3 and 4, and it's just black again. So he moved out of the shot. So now I'll go before him, and those are the frames before. And then this is the frame where he's in. So that's amazing to me. And that's just like 1/30th of a second he'll show, then the next frame is another 1/30th of a second, then he just starts disappearing. So that's what you'll be able to get, stuff like that with the Ghost Chamber. And it's a process too. You've got to focus on the mirror and be aware that things will come in upside down and sideways. Okay, so I've got another shot to show you, then we'll be done. That frame number was 2846. So I'm going to go to that. I'll scrub to that. And if I see something, I'll stop and look at it sometimes. Hold on, I got a message. Okay, so I'm going to frame 2846. And it is a strange thing. You just don't see the room reflected as much as you did at first. It's just, it'll be one, this stuff just takes over. You start seeing people. And it's not always people we see, and that some of this may just be like false positives and stuff, but when it's as clear as that guy we just saw, I can't say that that is a mistake. So you just want to get the ghost imagery as clear as possible, and that's why you want to do that focus lock before you do any kind of filming. You want to do a focus lock. All right, sorry about the barking outside. All right, so I'm going to frame 2846. I'd reviewed this earlier. It took me about 2 hours. That's why I say only film for about a minute. You're going to get a lot of bangs. So you're not going to miss any kind of evidence, especially if you ask right then and there for the spirit to show, because they're quick. They can show up quickly if they want. Or something's putting them there. I've seen fingers around a spirit like they're holding somebody in front of the mirror. So weird. But you should be able to get some really cool stuff in a haunted place. This should make ghost hunting fun again for people. So show this video off, share it please, and share this instructional video so people can see what Ghost Chamber technology can do. It's so crazy, and it's very affordable. We're not asking for much money, but it just covers our costs and just lets us make these things and get them out to you guys. Okay, so 20, I think I passed it. 28. I was busy looking for ghosts. I'm always like looking for humanoid patterns. And people use that as an excuse, like they're not there because you're looking for it. That makes no sense to me. I'm looking for it because if I find it, I'm going to tell people about it. Okay, so this is 2846. This guy is crazy. You can see this bookshelf and everything. There's no like little statues on it or nothing. There's no statues nearby, but the ghost photo looks like a guy standing on like he's a statuette. I can't really see his head. I'm just assuming there's something up there or it hasn't formed yet, but there's an arm there, clothes, a whole structure of a person, even maybe a shoe on top of a square rock. So it's like a pedestal, like he's just sitting there. Like in order to get a picture similar to that, you really would have to, and the bent mirror, that's why it's a short focal length, you'd have to have your statuette right in front of it to get that kind of a reflection. So somehow somehow he showed up. That's why it's called a Versipellis Shift. Is the discovery is the reflections are transient. They just show up once, then never again. So I don't know if it's like information in time or a legit ghost setting it up. So I'll go one frame forward, one picture forward, then it turns into that, then another one, then that. And I noticed that there's actually a lady up here looking down, and this is a really good picture of a lady, like an angelish looking lady. And it's just her head and neck. I don't see a body structure, but just a nice, beautiful face and neck. Then there's something down there. I don't know what that is. But that's just 2 images later, which is like 1/15 a second. 1/15 of a second, you know. Then one picture after her, she turns in these lines. And those are normal when you bend the light, you'll see stuff like that. But she was there, then not there. So we're calling it the Versipelli effect or Versipellis Shift, because it shifts to a different image. It's like shape shifting kind of. So that's the statuette. Then I'll show you a few images before him, and it gets insane here too, because you'll start seeing some crazy people show up too. This is before him, like a guy kind of there. His face is moving. So, okay, everybody, that's about it. Thanks for watching the instructional video. Be sure to share it with your friends. And if you get evidence like this when you're ghost hunting, take a good screenshot of it and put it on social media. Then tell people how you did it with the ghost chamber. It's called Ghost Chamber HHD. Sorry for some of the blur. It's blurry because I'm moving my hand back and forth and it's not focusing. But have a good time ghost hunting and let us know how things are going. Thank you.